Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about gas cans. Now, gas cans have been quite a point of, I don't know if I would say contention, as much as just internet memes in the car community. Everybody knows that this gas can was implemented in the last 15-ish years, and everybody knows that they are horrible, and they're pretty much all you can get at your general location. Or you get this, which is just a utility jug or water jug. This is not a gas can. You're not allowed to put gas in here. Do not think of putting gas in here. Now, for a little history on it. Everybody that, if you don't know, this rule was put in by George Bush. He signed it in 2007, and then it became enforced. It became fully enforced under the Obama administration, so it's been around for quite some time. The goal was to reduce emissions and help local emissions, the ozone and all that good stuff. Now, you may think, a gas can has nothing to do with emissions. You're kind of right. I'm not a scientist. I'm not gonna, argue with you. But their thought was, when a gas can, like this one, say, is left open, gas, like liquids do, evaporates. And they were saying that the evaporation of the gas, it was bad. It was killing the dolphins. I don't know what they said. They probably said the penguins and what else? Those white bears that live up north or south or wherever they live. The polar bears. Yeah, those guys. They live in the polar spots. This is kind of the industry standard in drag racing, and they work extremely well. But if you're just a regular citizen, you end up with something like this. But where were we? So, evaporative gas. They were saying that the gas just evaporates and it's bad. It's bad for the environment, all that good stuff. So, in their effort and their infinite wisdom to reduce the gasoline consumption and the evaporation into the environment, they came out with this beautiful contraption. I don't know if the government invented this or if they made the rules and then the businesses and the companies that made these had to then come up with it, but this is the best they had. Some kind of spring-loaded doodah with a, it's got like an O-ring up here so that when you put it into your gas tank and you have to push it, and then it goes and it doesn't stay pushed, it just kind of like goes like that. But the real issue I think most people had with it, we could probably have gotten past the whole spring-loaded mechanism that fails and doesn't work well and sucks and all that. We could probably have gotten past all that, but there's no vent. Now, there's no push button vent, there's no, you open it on this one, you see you can open it to vent the fuel, and when you're flowing something in, to open it if you've ever chugged a beer, like a shotgun one, you stab the hole and then you crack it open at the right time, or like the boot, you turn it just to get the air bubble to do its thing. I know Beer Fest fans will enjoy that reference. You need the airflow, or else this thing just kind of like doesn't do it. You need to like pull it out and like get some air in there and like relieve the pressure and all that good stuff. That's what they were trying to do. It. They also added this, a child safety lock that needed to be on there. That was kind of a different thing. That was added by Congress later on. A lot of regulation on a gas jug. It seems excessive. But gas is scary. Comes from dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are scary. So, the EPA recently, under the Trump administration, came out with this letter that changes everything. I'm just kidding. It changes nothing, actually. It actually changes nothing. 100% doesn't change anything. So, you may be like, Cooper, you're just a hater. No, I'm genuinely reading this the way that I think I'm reading it is, when the companies got the rules, they didn't understand the rules well enough to create it the way that the government thought they would create it. And it took until now for the clarification to be made. And the argument is that this is how it was always supposed to be, and they just did it wrong. So, in this letter, they basically say, no, you can put a vent, but the vent has to revert back to a natural state of closed. So it could be like a push button that when you hold it, it vents, and then when you click it back, it's spring-loaded. So like another whole mechanism But the letter is just to clarify that that's what you're allowed to do. So the company that makes this, I don't know whoever it is, Midwest Can Company in Illinois, they just didn't read the rule right, or they were worried about making the wrong product due to over-regulation, that they just did away with the vent. And they were just like, well, we'll just make it simple, we won't overcomplicate it, whatever. But not anymore. Now they have to make this same exact can, the same exact mechanism, but you guys get a vent. Or you just go to Tractor Supply or something and buy something like this that holds plenty of fuel, but it's kind of an awkward shape sometimes. It doesn't really fit in the bed of a truck if you have like a cover. This, I mean, it kind of sucks in like 55 different ways. This thing sucks. Like 12 different seals to go bad, springs, and all that good stuff. But you'll get a vent now. So that's what it is. Nothing ever happens. Instead of just doing away with this, instead of pushing back on it, they just clarified. No, guys. The manufacturers were doing it wrong. You can add a vent. There you go. Now you know. Now we're all on the same page. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like this kind of stuff, hit the follow button, subscribe, all that good stuff. But until then, I will see you next time.